though, we have to change what's happening. We have to change our tax code, our regulatory code. But we could start off by recognizing that the executive branch has no authority to legislate. And yet, how many decades now have we assumed, oh, the Congress can write a vague authorization to the executive branch, and the executive branch sits down and writes anything they want. And then we allow the courts to legislate. Here in the last couple of weeks, the President has expressed his annoyance that Congress is moving too slowly. I wish that Congress would move much slower a long time ago. But he's rather bold. He says, they move so slowly, I'm just going to write the laws. I'm going to do everything by executive order. I'm going to do an executive order every week and write a law that Congress didn't write because they're poking around there. Political stunts, what it is. But it threatened, of course, our whole rule of law on what we have here. So it's ignoring the rules, and it is vital that we decide what we want from our government. If we want nation building and policing the world, if we want an entitlement system, and you think this will continue, you don't have a heck of a lot to do. But if you want it to reverse, the people of this country have to decide. We want a country that protects our liberty, and we want a country that gives us a strong national defense and strong currency, and not much more. And we have to realize, I think the basic understanding, my goals have always been to promote personal liberty. I have a lot of confidence how people will act if they have their responsibility to themselves, and that they can both be rewarded and suffer the consequences of everything that they do. And that's what America was all about. Fortunately for me, my personal beliefs on the value of individual liberty coincides with what the founders thought, and they put it into the Constitution. So I don't have to write a new Constitution. I have to try to mainly restrain those who would destroy the Constitution and get back to the So we should have a clear understanding about what liberty is all about. To me, liberty means that we get our liberty, as Jefferson stated, we get it from our Creator. Our life and our liberty comes from our Creator. And our government is there, is supposed to be in a token effort to protect that liberty, but not to run our lives and police the world. That is what I also believe that we had the grandest experiment in individual liberty in our first 100, 150 years. We were the freest and the most prosperous country ever. In this last 100 years, I saw that our productivity and our freedoms have been diminished. The bigger the government, the less free we have been. And today, we aren't really in charge of our own lives. We're not in charge of our own privacy. We have a government now that is more secret than ever, and your privacies are more violated than ever before. And that is not the kind of society that I want to live in. But we need a lot of more confidence in how freedom works and how the market works and how sound money operates. And this is, I think, what we really lack. But, you know, there hasn't been tremendous experiments in liberty over the centuries, over all of history. Ours was the best experiment. I think we're just sort of letting it go by unless we change this course. It's not going to probably evaporate tomorrow or even next month. But if we continue on this course, we could see a rapid deterioration if we have a monetary crisis. And that's what we built up to, is that everything is dependent on, right now, bailing out everybody, whether it's European banks or whether it's any problem we have in this country, rather than saying, we've spent beyond our means, we better live within our means, people who want to take care of themselves, let's let them do it. And let's reinvigorate this society to have belief in what America was great and understand why liberty works a lot better than big government. Thank you very much.